Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the True Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Zucardi. It is November 29th. Fuck, man. November 29th. Here we are. Yeah, happy everything. Happy everything. It's Sunday night. Love Sunday nights. You know what I mean? Well, when you're off Monday, you love Sunday nights. As a kid, too, like, they were always so, I don't know. You know you had school the next day, so there's something about them that had this kind of, like, you knew the conclusion, you know? So you kind of, like, winded down a little differently to prepare yourself for school the next day or work or whatever. Summer camp or whatever the fuck. Yeah, so getting older and having off Sundays and Mondays like I do, Sunday nights are really special and very wholesome. I find them to be very wholesome. They could be quiet, they could be, you know, you could just kick it, you know, but something about Sunday nights, like, I was born on a Sunday night, so that's part of it, I think. But yeah, it's, you know, I think everyone else is sort of gearing up towards, you know, like, for the week. It's like a restart, a refresh for some folks. It's back to business for some folks. But for your boy, it's just chill. A time I can just record, reflect, maybe do some writing. I have some night owl friends, so I hit them up sometimes, you know, we chat a bit. You know, so it's good to be here Sunday night, and I'm glad that you're chilling with me here on Sunday night. I'm going to reach down and get my back scratcher. Give me 1 second. I mean, really, why, like, scratch your back without this thing? You know, I had an itch. I probably could have got to it on my back, but I said, fuck it. This thing is like a billion times better than, you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any nails either. I fucking, you know, clipped them and shit. So, this is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, so I am happy to be recording. And I'm glad you guys are here with me chilling. Gonna get into, like, what I've been up to in the last, like, month or so, I guess it's been. Talk about some self-care, read some poetry, actually. There it is. Okay, cool. I was looking for the poetry book. And then talk about the song of the week, True Blue Song of the Week. So yeah, we'll just fucking, you know what I'm saying, get into some shit and see what's up. Word. So I went to New Jersey at the end of October into early November. I haven't been back since 2019. And it was like probably the quickest plane ride of my life. It was amazingly quick. I got there like an hour before, practically, like I told my friend to pick me up. And it was kind of nice. And my bags were right the fuck there. As soon as I got off the escalator and could see like all the baggage claims, I saw both my bags just chilling. I was like, man, this is amazing. And it was kind of like a warmish like morning that I arrived there. It was still dark, and it was kind of cool. And you know, it was kind of nice to like be outside in that weather. I was listening to some music, took a couple hits off my pen, it was a nice feeling. I was just sort of chilling, you know? It was really cool. So it started out really chill. And it was so fucking quick. I took the red eye, you know, so that was, you know what I'm saying? And it was nice too, because like you can kind of like not have your mask on all the way, or at least have your schnauzer like fucking sticking out so you could breathe. So it was cool. And I think I got some rest on the plane. You know, it's that in between sleep, I think. But man, was this flight so damn quick. But yeah, it was cool. Went right to a diner, hung out, got my car later that day. And man, I was in for a treat. It was really beautiful weather. It really was. Very New Jersey. You know, very fall. Very fall. I feel like if you're from New Jersey, fall has to be your favorite season. Because it's so lush and so abundant. And when you deal with the shit weather in New Jersey, like it's really fucking hot. It's so fucking humid, it's torture. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets so fucking cold. And it snows a ton, it rains all the time. You really get fucked up with the fucking weather. Really, you know, can really fuck your shit up. And you still got to go to work. You still got to go to school. Still got, well, you know, you at least still have to go to work. School is debatable, but still, I used to have to go in inclement weather. But yeah, so when fall rolls around, especially if you get a fall, a lot of times it goes right from summer to fucking freezing cold. But when you get a fall season, it's so nice. It's a happy medium. It's sweatshirt weather. You're not sweating. You're not freezing. It's inviting. And when you're just, you know, there's so many trees. It's just so refreshing. And I don't know, it's so nostalgic, you know, the air, the leaves, the time of year. It's just really, it's just the best. So I was thinking, you know, it's my sister's favorite season and my brother's. And I have to ask some of my homies and friends and stuff from Jersey, but I know a lot of them speak fondly of it. And they all deal with the shit weather, so for those motherfuckers to say summer or winter is like, what? But, yeah, it was awesome. I saw a lot of my friends. I didn't have to wear a mask at all, which was great. At all. It was real nice. I even went to New York City. Went to a record shop. Didn't have to wear a mask there. That was awesome. So that was really freeing. Because here in New Mexico, you got to wear that shit still. Every fucking place. Well, not every place. But every place. But there have been some places where they don't give a fuck. But yeah, back in Jersey, they don't give a fuck. At the gyms, any places. You know, I went to a Jets game, all good. So it was cool. That I definitely appreciated. That was really cool. And yeah, I hung out with like my mom, my sister, and my brother. And it was great. It was great to just be back. When I go back, I usually spend a lot of time just doing that. So like it's hard for me to make like mega plans. I just try to chill with my family. And my mom, you know, and she just was like doing a Sudoku puzzle. And I was just chilling with her, talking shit. And it was cool. And it was like one of the best times. And then another night or day, we watched The Godfather. It was just fucking on. So we watched it. And it was awesome. Yeah, and then we went out and had some seafood. And, I mean, we just drove around and shit. I ate like a ton of pizza. Which was great. I mean, it really was. It was fucking awesome. Really love getting out there and just going to enjoy life and connecting with my friends and family. I really want to do it more often because it's like not impossible, you know, to coordinate. And it's, you know, it doesn't have to be the most expensive thing ever. Really, when I go there, I mean, unless I go to a game or spend a lot of money at a record shop, I'm not really, other than maybe going out to eat and stuff, I'm not really spending tons of money. I could, sure, I definitely could, but you know what I'm saying? And like always, there's a lot of people I didn't get to see. And we tried to link and hook up, but it's just how it goes. And it's all good. They know it's all good. I'll see them, hopefully next time. They kind of bump up on the list. You know what I'm saying? They kind of get bumped up a little bit of priority. But I did see a friend of mine I haven't seen in over 10 years, so that was really, really cool. And we hung out at his house, and it was great. It was great. By the way, there are fucking deer everywhere in New Jersey. Everywhere. Tons of deer. Like, it's cool, right? But, man, you gotta be careful. But they're fucking everywhere. You know what else I wanted to mention? A couple times I went and had pizza with, like, people, right? Because I would go once in a while by myself. They all go right into it. They don't let it cool down at all. They just pick it up and start eating. And they're all like, they all kind of like burn their fucking mouth and shit. And in my head, I'm like, can't you wait? And I get it. I love pizza, trust me. But I'm not going to go fucking jumping into it. You got to let that shit cool down. Give it a couple minutes. Like my sister, my homies, like everyone, as soon as we got our pizza, boom, they went right into it. I'm like, damn. Patience. Let it sit for a minute. But, yeah, it was just sort of interesting. I was like, was I like that? I don't think so. Because you burn your fucking roof of your mouth or your tongue. That shit sucks. And then things don't really taste all the same. And it just sort of has that feeling the whole time. It fucking sucks. But, yeah, I noticed that. People were all about it. So, yes, it was a great trip. It always has, like, a crazy dynamic for me. Highs, lows, emotions, like fun, funny. It's, it's definitely overall a blessing and a great time, but it really sometimes can do a number on me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about like vacationing where like back home, like where you're from. And then, yeah, it's like you live across the country. Yeah, it's different. But boy, was it great. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Beyond that, I watched Narcos recently, and it was like the first time I watched it where I didn't want to do cocaine. Because usually you watch these shows and they're doing all this cocaine and it's just looking like so fun. And you're like, man, I want to do some cocaine. And then I watched this recent season. I'm like, I don't want to do cocaine. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, this was this was definitely different. Want to also say that they have great hair on Narcos. Everyone has great hair. Every single person. So it's as someone who has no hair and shaves his head, I admire great hair. And all the characters in fucking Narcos have great hair. And it's also not a show that you can look down on your phone, since unless you speak Spanish, which I don't. So if you look down on your phone and there's and they're just doing their thing, because the whole show is pretty much in Spanish, other than some like parts in like English, right? But most of the the narco conversations are all Spanish. So if you're looking down on your phone, then you got to pause, go back. So definitely not a show to look down on your phone at. But yeah, great hair, great hair in that show. You want a show with great hair? You want a show where you may or may not want to do cocaine? With great fucking hair, and you can learn Spanish? Look no further. I watched like one Netflix show like a year, literally. Or, yeah, well, pretty much, Stranger Things, Narcos, maybe some comedy shit, but that's it. All right. So, let's move on to the self-care tip. I've fucking blabbed enough here, talked my shit. Let's fucking give you some positive hardcore. All right, right on. So the self-care tip this week is simply talk to someone. Pretty simple, right? Just talk to someone. Could be your friend, could be your significant other, could be anybody. Just talk to someone. And you know what? Talk to them about anything. It doesn't have to be deep. But just like connect with somebody. Maybe listen to them. Ask them a question. Or if you want to be deep, or if you want to, share something personal, go for it. Do it. Open up. You'd be surprised on when you open up to someone, like how you want a feeling. And it's important to talk to someone. Even if you want to talk to God and you want to say a prayer or talk out loud or talk to the mountain or talk to the moon or the sun, whatever. But I encourage you to speak words and express, be emotive, sort of get your point across. And it's helped me tremendously in so many different aspects of my life by just talking. And a lot of it is expressing and listening. And sometimes it's, nice to get a break and you just listen. And people love to talk. When you listen, they love to talk. And it's cool. It's cool to listen and to share. But the self-care tip is simply talk to someone. You can even call a motherfucker and leave him a voicemail, okay? It's 3 minutes, because I leave long-ass voicemails. All my homies know I leave a long motherfucking voicemail. So you usually got 3 minutes to blab and talk your shit. So, and for anyone who knows me, you can call me, and if I don't answer, go ahead and leave me a fucking voicemail. I will listen to it. I listen to voicemails still. Only from people who be calling, not just some bullshit. All right, so yeah, that's my self-care tip. Talk to someone. All right, so let's get on to some motherfucking poetry. All right, word. So, got some haiku from Haiku Moment, page 250. All right. Let's read some poetry. Falling pine needles, the tick of the clock. Into the mailbox go all the letters, scattered clouds. Dropping stone after stone into the lake, I keep reappearing. After the rain, a white butterfly on the clothesline. Dusk, a lone car going the same way as the river. That's good. Divorce proceedings over, wet leaves stick to my shoes. That's cool. Lilac-scented breeze of floorboard creaks from the old spinster's room. Interesting. I don't even think that's worth reading again. It's just night. Circling higher and higher, at last the hawk pulls its shadow from the world. Dawn, only the mountain sees me leave. That's cool. That's really cool. Dawn, only the mountain sees me leave. That's fucking awesome, actually. And it's cool because it's written out just like a sentence. But dawn is spaced away from the rest of it, so it's cool. Lightning flash, crows sitting under the scarecrow. Night begins to gather between her breasts. That's awesome. Broken mirror in the stream, I look more deeply into myself. Fucking really good. Walking farther into it, the farther it moves away, spring mist. We wake at dawn, crow calling crow. Through the fog. That's cool. We wake at dawn, crow calling crow through the fog. That's really cool. Open so boldly in spring snow, the red tulip. Spring rain all night, the same peeper. In the one unbroken pane, remaining in the shed, full moon. Stopping in my steps, a bird who sees to... Let me start over. Stopping in my steps, a bird who seems to know me, calling from the pines. Opening into forest, on rusted hinges, the old pasture gate. Indian summer, cows reclining among fallen leaves. Deep bend of the brook, the kingsfisher chatter after its dive. Sun burns off morning mist, the far field of pumpkins. That's cool. Beside the brook's rush, New England's aster, coated with frost. Started from the thicket, the drumming pheasant's wing fade into silence. At the edge of the icy over pond, a burst of cattails. Lingering in the oak, autumn twilight. Foggy morning, the emptiness echoes with geese. Standing out in the autumn garden, the white rose. Pausing to listen, the brook's icy ledges cracking again. New moon, tightening the darkness, a cricket's ratchet. The insistent voice of a black-capped chickadee, snowy morning. New snow, the cottontail licks its paw. Plummeting into a silent pool, the frozen waterfall. Those are pretty fucking cool. Some really good ones there. Thanks for letting me read that to everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's get on to the motherfucking True Blue Song of the Week. Alright, word. So I had to look and see if I had the song already on my playlist because it's such a great song. Excuse me. In fact, it's called Someone Great by LCD Soundsystem off of Sound of Silver. Came out in 2007. Love this song. I heard it on satellite radio. I used to have satellite radio in the mid-aughts. I probably stopped having it in like 2012 maybe a little bit later than that, but something like that. But it was awesome, and it probably still is to a certain extent. And I listened to the indie station, and they would play the song a bunch. And what a great song. Very electronic, obviously. If you know anything about LCD Soundsystem, they're very electronic, super catchy, and this song is no different. Great flow through this song. The music, the lyrics, the way he sings it, the cadence of everything, it just works. Very clever and fun lyrics, very relatable. Definitely talks about relationships, and he's like, it sounds like he's talking about a relationship that he was in, and you know that he's in a different one, and just the different feelings and emotions that go along with it. And I remember hearing this at a certain time in my life, and it just hit the spot. It fucking hit the spot. And yeah, it's like 6.5 minutes or something, I think, the song. Or maybe like 5 minutes, something like that. But it's definitely a good chunk. And again, it's fun to sing along to. Has a lot of different parts to it. And I just remember over the years just like kind of coming back to the song every once in a while. And it's one of those. So I'm going to read some of the lyrics to it. Maybe all of them. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, check this song out. I'll definitely add it to my True Blue playlist. And I'll share it on my Instagram, which is True Blue Podcast. So yeah, check out these lyrics. Here we go. I wish that we could talk about it, but that's the problem. With someone new I couldn't start it. Too late for beginnings. The little things that made me nervous are gone in a moment. I miss the way we used to argue, locked in your basement. Okay, so right there, that all kind of makes me think of New York City. I mean, really. Locked in your basement, like, you know, I miss the way we used to argue. You know, he's obviously, you know, reminiscing on something, but it's not most positive, but still he seems fond of it. I wake up and the phone is ringing, surprise as it's early, and that should be the perfect warning that something's a problem. To tell the truth, I saw it coming, the way you were breathing, but nothing can prepare you for it, the voice on the other end. I love that. I fucking love that, especially like before we were texting, we were calling, you know, and just that, you know, nothing can prepare you for it, the voice on the other end. The voice, you heard it right there, the fucking voice. I love that. That just really speaks to me. Nothing can prepare you for it. The voice on the other end. It's just, yeah, talk to someone. See? See what I'm saying? Fucking talk to somebody. The worst is all the lovely weather. I'm stunned it's not raining. The coffee isn't even bitter because what's the difference? There's all the work that needs to be done. It's late for revision. There's all the time and all the planning and songs to be finished. Again, this is a very New York, New Jersey thing for me. The worst is all the lovely weather. You know, I just talked about how wonderful the fall weather is, but it's definitely very drastic weather, very extreme, good and bad. And he says, I'm stunned it's not raining. The coffee isn't even bitter. But I love this line. He goes, there's all the time and all the planning and songs to be finished. I so relate to that, and I think a lot of us can, and it doesn't have to be songs. It could be art. It could be, just any appointments or anything that, that you constantly are working on or that you're putting effort into. And then in the song, this is one of the best parts. He just goes to, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming till the day it stops, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming till the day it stops. And he goes over and over that again, and I love that. I mean, it just, of course, works in the song, but it's so true. Whatever that is for you, and it keeps coming till the day it stops. You know? I wish that we could talk about it, but that's the problem. With someone new I could have started, too late for beginnings. You're smaller than my wife imagined, surprised you were human. There shouldn't be this ring of silence, but what are the options? That's a funny line. You're smaller than my wife imagined. Again, this sounds obviously like he's speaking, from experience with it. He's really talking about just, at least in this story, sort of the comings and goings of the relationship here that, he was in and that he's in now. But the way the song ends, he goes, there shouldn't be this ring of silence, but what are the options? When someone great is gone, when someone great is gone, when someone great is gone, when someone great is gone. And then the song ends, he goes, we're safe for the moment, saved for the moment. Yeah, again, this song is, it goes all over the place. Sometimes I isolate it to certain parts of it that really speak to me. But just a great fucking song. Really, just is. So I'm happy to share it on the True Blue motherfucking playlist. That was it. I've been, wanting to do a podcast for a while, and tonight seemed just to be the night. So thanks for chilling with me, everyone. Hope everyone has a great week. I wish everyone nothing but the best. And, take good care.
Boy